Hi friends, how are you on this Wednesday afternoon? I hope you have taken some time to enjoy the sun today. I'm here this afternoon to do some science with you, and as always I'm using my kitchen science theme. Today I'm going to do two things with one of my all-time favorite ingredients to use with science, and it's cornstarch. You probably have some of this in your kitchen, but cornstarch is a really fun thing. If you look back and think about another video I did earlier in the month with cornstarch, I used cornstarch water, oil, and food coloring in a bag to make a magic bag. So for this one, we're gonna do two different things with cornstarch. The first thing I'm going to do is I call this experiment mixing colors. And I'm going to maybe use an ingredient that you might not find in your kitchen, and it's going to be Alka-Seltzer tablets. But as I know, you might not have them in your house because you'd probably find them in your medicine cabinet if you did. So I actually found a variable, and a variable means something else you could use instead if you didn't have the Alka-Seltzer. So the mixing color experiment. So what I did again is I have cornstarch. So I have this tray, and actually I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tap something out of it on my counter. So I have an empty tray. I used a pan, it can be anything. So in this pan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 scoop of cornstarch, and I'm going to put it in the bottom of my pan. And as you can see right there, now the next thing I'm going to add is some water. Now I don't need a lot of water. What I want to happen is I want the water to mix with the cornstarch to make it kind of look like milk. So I'm mixing. Now you'll notice when you mix, the cornstarch is really clumpy and kind of stiff. When you mix cornstarch with water, cornstarch and water make a solid, but also a liquid. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Cornstarch and water can be a solid, yet a liquid. Very interesting, right? So here's my pan. And again, like I said, I mixed some water and cornstarch on the bottom of the pan, and I'm gonna show you that. And I hope you can see it, and it looks like milk. Now, what I'm going to do next in this, and again, I'm calling this experiment mixing colors. I have my food coloring, and I'm going to take different colors, and I'm going to put different drops of the color throughout my pan. So I did some green. What I'll do is I'll show you. If you notice, I'm missing my assistant today. Here comes some blue. Now, as I drop the color, and I want to show you, you would think that the color would go everywhere. However, the color drops are staying in one place. They're not moving. And why is that? Well, surface tension. We've talked about that before. The top of a liquid has surface tension, which is kind of like your skin. It's really tight and making the color stay in one place. Now, to make my color mix, I was going to drop the Alka-Seltzer tablet in there. Now, do you think it would mix if I did that? Because the Alka-Seltzer has that fizzy carbon dioxide that when you put it in the cornstarch, it creates a reaction and it will mix the color together. Now, if you don't have Alka-Seltzer tablets, here's what you can do instead to make your color mix. You can sprinkle a little bit of baking soda in the liquid of cornstarch, the liquid you created with the cornstarch and water, and then if you drop vinegar in there, I guarantee it'll make the same effect that an Alka-Seltzer tablet creates. So again, to mix the color, we need to put something in it to create the reaction. So you could use some baking soda and some vinegar, or if you have these fancy tablets, the Alka-Seltzer, Max has joined us, you can drop it in. So, Max, I'm gonna let you do the honors. I'm gonna give you the Alka-Seltzer tablet, and you're gonna place it in our tray, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this up over. Max, I want you to go for it. And then, if you notice, I hope you can see, as the tablet moves around, the color starts to mix. Max, why don't you open up another tablet? So the color is mixing, 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 and you can hear the fizz. So while we're waiting for that, Max is gonna put one more tablet in. Another thing you could do too is maybe break up the tablet to spread it out. But I'm gonna show you the mixing color one more time, and it's pretty cool, because it's really starting to mix together. No, it's okay. And let's scoot this around a little bit. So cornstarch and water to make a milky liquid. And then we added the color, and we wanted the color to mix together, and we did that by adding the Alka-Seltzer. All right, one more thing to do with cornstarch. We're just gonna make something, people call it oobleck.
Oh, no, this is...
So what we're going to do, if in this bowl, I have a bunch of cornstarch that I just dumped into my bowl. And then I'm going to take water and we're going to pour it in now. And then we're going to mix it together. Some people don't want to get their hands all messy, because you can stir this with your hands, or you can use a spoon. But I'm actually going to start with a spoon, and I'm going to start mixing it together. So your choice, and I'm going to show you as I'm mixing it. Now, like I said, it's thick but liquidy. So again, the science behind it, cornstarch is a solid but a liquid. Now, if I take my hand or my spoon and I scoop up the cornstarch, it's very thick, but you'll notice as soon as I start to tip the spoon, it turns into a liquid. Is that cool or what? This is something you can play with on and on and on. Now, I challenge you to, after you mix all your cornstarch together and scoop it and play with it, I'm gonna use my hands now, here we go. I've noticed too, it's getting very liquidy now that I've been mixing it around. It just pours right off my hand. Back to my challenge. I challenge you to let this sit for 15 minutes or so and notice what will happen. Will it be completely liquid or will it be hard like a solid? And then the next challenge, after you've left it sitting for a bit, see if you can place a penny on the top and if the penny will sink or stay on top. So finally, cornstarch and water, it acts as a solid and a liquid. And we call this oobleck. So have fun with it. I hope you like cornstarch as much as I do. All right, friends, that's it for now. We'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.